Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We are looking at Vibhishan Gita. This is the third talk of the 3 days. And we have seen till now that the earnest concern of Vibhishana with regards to Rama, how will he protect himself without a chariot, without an armor, without the missiles, without anything. To add to that, not even slippers. How will he protect himself? So to that, our Sri Ram answered Vibhishan ji that I have got an unseen chariot, and this chariot is the chariot of righteousness. And then he goes on to explain Sauraj Dhiraj Tehi Rakhachaka Satya Sila Drudha Dhvaja Pataka Bala Vivek Dam Parahita Ghore Kshama Krupa Samatara Jujore Isa Bhajanu Sarathi Sujana Birati Charma Santosha Krupana Dana Parasu Buddhi Sakti Prachanda Barabe Jnana Kathina Kodanda. These are Sauraj and Dhiraj, and we saw there that the two wheels of this chariot are valor and fortitude. We explained that. Then he said Satya Sila Drudha Dhvaja Prataka, and he said the flag on top of the chariot, there are two of them. The big one is the truthfulness, commitment to truthfulness, and the smaller one is the seal, the good character. And then it came Bala Bibek Dama Parahita Ghore. There are 4 horses which are yoked to the chariot. They are strength, there is discrimination, there is Dama, which is control of senses, and Parahita, concern for the others. These are the 4 horses with which pull the horse in the right direction. Kshama, Krupa, Samata, Rajujore. And these 4 horses will be not useful if they are not tethered by the reins. And what are these reins? Kshama, forgiveness, Kripa, compassion, and Samata is equanimity. क्या हो गया एकदम से? Is equanimity. These are the 3 ropes with which these 4 horses are tethered. Now naturally a chariot, now remember, if you want to use it at a subjective level, this body is the chariot. What are the horses? Senses are the horses. Mind is the reins. The commitment, the groundedness in truthfulness and good character is your pataka from far away. This fellow is coming, he is a pakka thief, run away from him. From far away you can make out a person by looking at a face. Oh, this person is coming. Oh, he will want some donation, run away from here. Another person is coming, he is going to lecture us for the whole day, run away from him. So this way we have different, we put people in different boxes, and from far away, the moment that name comes in our mind, we recognize this is how that person is. So Kshama, Kripa, Samata, Rajujore. So this is the chariot. Then naturally this chariot needs a worthy charioteer in order to hold the reins and direct the horses in the right direction. Otherwise, horses will go wherever they want. Yesterday I was explaining towards the end that if the horses, even though they are having the blinkers, but if the reins are not holding them tight and making them look only in the front, they will look this way, they will see green grass, they will run that way. in the Himalayas, she knows, and who else is here? Nobody else. She and Upi, they have come. You know, where do the horses go? On the edge of the mountain, because on the rocky side of the mountain there is no grass, and these are mules, not horses. But on the edge, all this succulent grass is there, and you are sitting on top of the horse, and where is he going? On the edge. And how far is down there? 3,000 feet. It's a continuous job of that horse owner to pull him inside. So we need a strong charioteer, and here is a bhajanu sarathi sujana. So who is the charioteer? Here it is told that the charioteer is Isa Bhajanu. Isa Bhajanu Sarathi Sujana. So remembering or devotion to the God is the charioteer. See? So in other words, to remember the Lord means to invoke the Lord. To remember the Lord is to bring the Lord in your presence, to see Him, hear Him, talk to Him, think of Him all the time. So where is your mind? Who is the charioteer in this body? If body is the chariot, senses are the horses, mind is the reins, what is the charioteer? It is the intellect. It is the intellect. Let that intellect, because choices are not made in mind. Choice is made, discrimination is made, decisions are made in the intellect, isn't it? So let that intellect make a decision to remember the Lord all the time. And that thought will control everything else. It will control the mind, it will control the horses also. Imagine what is the thought that is going on in your mind. In my mind, I'll tell you what is the thought going on. That after the lecture, when it is over quickly, I have got a sumptuous dinner in front of me at Ramesh's place. Huh? So, if that is the thought, all my examples will be of food only. Or if your thought is, I have to give exam. From yesterday, her sister is saying, I got an exam. So she says, I don't come out of my room, only study. Mummy brings me the breakfast, mummy brings me the lunch, mummy brings me the dinner. I only study. I don't even go out to listen to TV or to music. I don't even have time to pray for the Lord also. So I sit there at the table, I put the bhajan on the background, and the puja goes on. I don't have time to get away from my table. Otherwise, I will be late. If I don't cover that much portion in one day, I will be behind. Why is this happening? She has made a decision in her intellect that this is my commitment, and that commitment is guiding all her actions, isn't it? What happens after marriage? You make a commitment that I am married and I am now going to be someone's wife or husband, or I have a child and then I will be a mother or a father, and then you live. All your actions are directed by that commitment, isn't it? So make the commitment to be devoted to the Lord, and automatically all your actions will fall in line. Senses will fall in line, mind is fall in line. Never try to control the mind. Never try to suppress the mind. Never try to control forcefully the senses. The more force you apply, the more reaction you will get from them. The best way is, so here it goes, Isa bhajanu sarathi sujana birati charma santosha krupana dana parasu buddhi sakti prachanda barabe jnana kathina kodanda अमल अचल मन त्रोन समाना समजम नियमशील मुख नाना कवच अभेद विप्र गुर पूजा एहि सम विजय उपाय न दूजा मंगल भवन अमंगलहारी द्रवं सुदशर अजिर बिहारी श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम. So here he says, we are talking about the charioteer. He says, Isha bhajanu sarathi sujana. The devotion to God is the intelligent charioteer. Birati charma santosha krupana. Dispassion is the shield. Birati is dispassion. Charma is the shield, the armor. And contentment is the kathina ko danda. Ko danda is the, santosha kripana. Kripana is the sword. Santosha is contentment, the sword of contentment. And then dana parasu buddhi sakti prachanda. Then he says charity is the axe and understanding is the missile. And then Barabhigyan kathina ko danda. Barabhigyan, he says the knowledge of the self is the bow, that is Barabhigyana kathina ko danda. This knowledge of the self is the bow, and a pure and steady mind is the quiver. Amala achala mana trona samana. Amala, pure. Mala means impurity. Mala is impurity. Amala is purity. Where there is no impurity is amala. Achala, that which does not shake, does not move, that which is firmly grounded. Manatrona samana, and such is the mind which doesn't flicker, which is not oscillating at every, today in the morning, in the afternoon sun, kapde nikal do, too much. Not like that. With every passing wind, breeze, you are reacting to everything. No, not like that. Have a pure and steady mind is the quiver. And what are the arrows? Samajama neyamasili mukhanana. The arrows are peacefulness of the mind. And what are they? How they are brought about? They are the yama and niyama. We'll talk about them as we go ahead. And then kavacha abheda vipra gura puja. What is the armor? That was the shield before. This is the armor now. What is the vipra? The kavacha abhed vipra guru puja. Meaning all wise men we must respect and revere. That is your kavach. Go, and if you don't have the answers to questions of your life, go to a person, find a guru, find a teacher, or call out to the Lord. He will provide you one in your life. And empty yourself in front of him, you will get an answer. Trust the process. Trust the words of the Lord. So, the unbreakable armor is the devotion to the Guru and to the learned people. They should not be derided. They should not be taken advantage of. They should not be used. They should be revered and respected. And you should do the seva in whichever way you can. And thus, he says, Ehi sama vijaya upayana duja. There is no other way. Upay is the means. Na duja. There is no other way other than this chariot of righteousness by which you can win all the wars of your life. We are continuously in a war, isn't it? Here it is between Ravana and Rama, but in our mind there is a continuous war going on between good and bad, between choices. So let's see what are the implications of all these. If the charioteer is not good enough, the fate of the chariot is also doubtful, isn't it? It will have a crash if the person is not able to control the horses. So therefore, the chariot will perish, and therefore the stronger the charioteer, to that extent your journey will be smooth, and there is a possibility that it will reach the correct destination. It can reach the correct destination. Even Jesus, I was watching the movie some time ago, they keep coming on the TV, and there the devil, just before he was to be, Judas has gone and told for a few pennies, silver coins, he has told them that the one whom I kiss is the Jesus. And Jesus, he has gone, and here Jesus is gone into the bushes and he is praying. And that time the devil comes in front of you. You know what you are getting into. Accept me as your master and I'll make you the king of the world. Have no doubt about it. But he doesn't choose him, isn't it? This option comes to us also many times. It's easy to give the money under the table and get the job done. Isn't it? It's very easy to tell a lie and get out of a situation. Because that time we are thinking, what will other person think? You may think about other person, but by telling that lie, how much damage we are making to our own mind, to our own psyche, that we don't realize. See? A small lie, but that becomes a tsunami over a period of years. Because then you get into that habit. One child was there, her mother called me. Swamiji, this girl, she's coming to my class since she was 4 or 5 year old. And cute little thing, now she's become a teenager. And the father must have brought some salami pizza and kept in the fridge, or salami slices. And they took out all the salami and left the pizza. And that evening mummy came and she said, where's the pizza? I have pizza but no salami on it. So what to do? No, I did not eat. Straight away, lie, I did not eat. She says, who else can eat there? And she has scolded her younger sister, very young, that if you tell, you are in trouble. So, mommy said, hey, put Nitya, tell me who ate? I don't know. And she's looking at her sister, I don't know. Then the phone call comes. Swamiji, this is what you teach the children? I said, hey, they come only 1 hour a week to me. The rest of the time they stay with you. This is what you have taught them? I should be asking this question, not you should be asking me this question. And anyway, teenagers at this age, they do these type of things. They like, experimenting different things. They want to test the parents. So I said, it will go away after some time. You stop getting disturbed. So anyway, the Isa Bhajanu Sarathi Sujana. So devotion to God is the charioteer. Who is an intelligent person? If we call ourselves to be intelligent, what is our intelligence? The intellect is we said, charioteer is the intelligence. Intellect. So if we call ourselves intelligent, the intelligence must reflect intelligence, isn't it? If you have lived, you, me, every one of us, if we have lived all our life going after the world and looking for solutions in the world, have we found solutions till today? Or we have got even more confused with the data that we have? Isn't it? So intelligent person is he or she who devotes his or her intellect to the Lord to guide the chariot of her or his life. Such is an intelligent person. So don't think now, I am smarter than the God. I will create my own intellectual conclusion that God is not. Try. See? Otherwise, Ramana Maharshi would not at age 14 got out of the bed and gone and dedicated the rest of the life thinking of the conscious principle. Buddha, even though married just a beautiful young son Rahul, and he leaves the whole the wealth and the power, and he was about to become the crown prince. He left everything, the beautiful wife, the beautiful child, everything for what? To find God. He did not find God, but he found himself. You see, in his journey. So make that. So all these. This is just given. I have given you two examples. In India, there are thousands and thousands of Mahatmas. You see, people don't misunderstand. Satya Sai Baba was there. His parents and his elder brother used to be angry with him because he never used to go to school. He used to run away from the school and sit under a tree and keep looking at something, keep thinking in his own world. Father used to be angry. I've got you clothes at this, and you're not going to school. What will happen to you? And see what happened to him. See, Ammachi. You have heard of Ammachi? From a young, before she was a teenage, she used to sit on the banks of that backwaters, and she will sit in meditation. And many times she used to fall in meditation into the waters. And people who were washing clothes, this, that, they used to come and save her and bring her out of the water. Never went to school. What education? And today she's got so many schools, so many institutes. Sanskrit Vidyalaya, computer institutes, management institutes, all over India. Herself uneducated. See? So think a little bit commonsensically. Where has this power come from? Has it come from her own ego? Or has it come from her merging into the divine? See? Who has, out of his own acumen, out of his own power, been able to create what Ammachi or Sai Baba has created in the country, which for so many millions of people? Think about it a little bit. So if we see even in Mahabharata that Krishna, Arjuna and Duryodhana both had the choice. Both were sitting at in the presence of Krishna, and both had the choice to ask. Krishna said, on one side I will be there, and on the other side my Narayani Sena will be there. Narayani Sena at that time was the undefeated army of Krishna. Undefeated. Millions of them. He says, on one side is my army, and the other side I will be there, and I will not pick up any weapon of destruction. Duryodhana, the baddie, he says, he about to ask. Krishna says, you are the elder. You don't have the right to ask first. Arjuna, you ask. And also because he saw him first. Because he was sitting at his feet when he was sleeping, and Duryodhana went and sat at his head. So when you open your eyes after sleep, whom do you see? Above your head or at the one who's sitting at your feet? So he says, Arjuna, you ask. He says, I want you, O Lord. Krishna, I want Madhav, I want you. And Duryodhana says, oh, I am very pained. I also wanted you, but it's okay. I will make do with the army. Inside, firecrackers were going on in his heart. Why? This foolish fellow got a person without any weapons, and only Krishna, what can he do? I have got the 2 million strong army with each soldier equivalent to an army itself. Oh, he was so happy. But who won in the end? Arjuna's team. The Pandavas won the war. Whichever side the Lord is, even if he does not pick up the weapons, that side is that where there is righteousness. Righteousness is there where the Lord is there. And that will bring victory. It will. Trust this in your life. And in this way, we see that if we surrender ourselves, complete at the feet of the Lord and seek refuge in Him alone. He will take charge of our life. Yesterday also I told you that He says that all you do is remember me and I will take care of whatever you have and whatever you need in your life. Yoga kshemam vahamyaham. Yoga is whatever you require and kshema is whatever you need. Everything I will take care. And in this way, the reason is that why we don't think of the Lord, because we have more trust that my mother will take care of me. We have more trust that my father will take care of me. We have more trust that my brothers and sisters will take care of me. We have more trust that our friends will take care of me. Our job will take care of us. My car will take care of me. My money that I am earning and is in the bank account, that will take care of me. You are knocking on the wrong door. Till today, nobody is there who has been taken care of by the money, by the friends, by the employers, by the job, by the relatives, by the parents. There are many cases you can see around. So don't put your eggs in the wrong basket. You are intelligent people. You say you are intelligent. Put them in the God basket and let Him hatch them. And that is only possible if we surrender to Him. And because we do not realize this, therefore we keep carrying the burden of our life, the burden of our aspirations, the burden of our expectations. Come, Amma, come. We started late, thinking that you will be here. Give her a seat. So in this way, why don't you allow the Lord to carry your burden? Why this ego that I have to carry my own burden? Why? There is this beautiful picture is there. Many of you must have seen it, heard it on the email or in the shops. One devotee of the Lord when he dies, he goes to the Lord. He says, Lord, I am very angry with you. He says, why? Hey, look, on the sand in the beginning of my life there are 2 pairs of feet walking, and whenever I was in the difficult times, that time only 1 pair of feet are walking. So you abandoned me when I was in difficult times. Lord gave him one. You fool, I was carrying you that time, those are my feet, not yours. You must have read that somewhere, isn't it?
Footprints on the sand, sir.
Say that again?
Footprints on the sand.
Footprints on the sand, that's right. And recognize this, that He is there always with you. There has never been a moment that He has not been with you. But we are, out of our arrogance, out of our that I have made my life, I have gone through the difficulties in my life, I have become successful without someone's help, and that has gone to our head. Whatever the successes, whatever the obstacles, whatever the burdens of life, make that sleeping God get up. He is always sleeping, in meditation, not sleeping, he is in meditation. Let him do some work, he is also waiting. Someone should give him some work. Have you seen Narayana? He is always on the snake, he is sitting like this and closing his eyes, and his wife is massaging his feet. You look at Lord Shiva, he is continuously sitting in meditation also. Because everyone is busy living their life. They are waiting. Keep us busy, give me some job. I will take care. But nobody is ready to give it to them. So it is only the God and the God's grace that will guide your mind out of the confusions of life. To think that I can come out of the confusions of life on my own, by my own perverted thinking, it is not possible. It is not possible. Need some higher. Either you need a guru, either you need a regular remembrance of the Lord, then it will happen. Some satsang is required. This is satsang outwards. There is satsang inwards. And that is what they are talking about. So, now what are our enemies? Our enemy is, so even though the chariot is now complete, the charioteer is also there, but then, and this chariot is in the battlefield, whom is he fighting against? There has to be some enemy also. What are you fighting against? You are fighting against attachment and greed. These are the two enemies. Attachment is rag. Rag means attachment. And yesterday also we talked about it little bit, but we are not going to too much into detail. Attachment, how does attachment take place? How does attachment take place? No, we are not talking about greed. Attachment. Identifying with something. What makes you identify something? If I see this camera, this is not my camera, someone else's camera. I looked at it because my camera broke down. So I was in someone's house. Oh, camera! So it's there in my head. Next time I went to their house, again I saw the camera. Arey, this is good, let me see how it is. Oh, then immediately, I think my camera is broken down. Let me try your camera. So now for last 4 months I am using his camera. But I am ready to renounce it. But he has said, Swamiji, use it as long as you want, and then once you buy one, you give it to me. So, whenever we see something again and again and again and again, a desire for that arises within our. Otherwise, what is the reason a boy and a girl should fall in love? First he sees, nothing happens. Second time, nothing happens. Third time, I think I should get into relationship with that person. Isn't it? If you go in front of pizza shop once, nothing will happen. Second time, nothing. No, I think let's drive in and have a small piece of pizza slice. The fragrance is too much attracting, isn't it? Attachment. Then you start desiring it. When your senses are exposed to something again and again, eventually a desire will erupt for that thing. Even if it is the most ugliest thing, you will fall in love with it. Laila Majnu. They say the beauty is in the eye of the beholder, isn't it? So for others, she was the most ugly thing on the creature on the world. But for Majnu, Laila was the most beautiful. And he gave up everything for her sake. See? So this attachment. And this once we get attached to something, once we get identified to something, then the desire or passion arises within us to acquire it, to make it one with ourselves, isn't it? Look at that small child who wants a particular toy. Creates a bawal khada kar deta hai dukaan mein jaake, hai na? And here you can't even scold or speak loudly to a child. They will take the child away to, if someone complains, child is gone. It's not your child anymore. So all these migrants who are coming, some of them stay with me. Swamiji, I said, don't go out of the house, stay here only. Because they are not used to these rules. There, if someone, they khatam kar diya story. Here you can't even speak loudly. But that child is just living his life. Nobody has taught him, he doesn't know anything better. For example, a small child, suppose, how old are you now?
I'm 14.
14, he's a teenager. When you were a small kid, mom, he used to suck his thumb. He was beautiful, no? So cute. And we used to say Krishna, you know? And we must have taken photographs and put it on the walls, put it on Facebook. Do it now. And see how mummy behaves. So that attachment to the thumb at that age was okay. But if you remain attached to it even after growing up, it doesn't look nice. So in a young age, when you are just got your job for 2, 3, 4 years, you have got extra money which you never had in your life, and you are spending left, right and center, buying this, buying that, spendthrift. There is no tomorrow. And parents are worried. Oh, they comment, I said, let them spend, man. Let them enjoy their money for 2, 3 years. They will work. But if they continue doing that, and they forget that they are grown up now, then it is a problem. Then it is a problem. So once 2, 3 years you have enjoyed that extra cash in your pocket and bank, then after that you have to start living responsibly. Save, invest. But if you continue and then continue to say, I don't know where the money is gone, I don't know what is happening to my life, then who is to be blamed? Not parents, not God, you yourself. Because you have not grown up, you have not become matured. You have got the information. Yesterday I was telling you, there are many electrical engineers, but none of them have common sense. Because they can't even put a fuse together. See? You can't blame anyone. It is your attachment to, or your attachment to the joy that you experience from the outside sources in your life. And that attachment is making you lead this type of life. You think your life is complete, you are a happy person on account of how many Facebook clicks you get on the internet, on the Facebook. If that is your conclusion of life, God will also not be able to help you. Not be able to help you. You have to be happy in your own right. You have to be a source of happiness for others, not be a source of collecting happiness from others. Change the equation. From that moment onwards, attachment cannot grab you. It cannot trap you. From that moment onwards, desires cannot rule you. Then you will become a positive force in this life. In everyone's life whom you come in touch with. Instead of, how can I get something from them that I become complete on their account? Instead, have this feeling that, what can I do to whoever I come in contact with my life? It's a big shift. From that day on, when this clicks inside of your heart, from that day onwards, there will be no complaining within you. Because there's nothing to complain. From that moment onwards, you will feel you are complete. And I have to increase that capacity, that ability, that potential by which I can help more and more and more and more and more people. Ammachi did not hug 100,000 people from the moment she was born. Baba did not get millions of people on his birthday from the day he lived like a monk. Over a period of time. So over a period of time, he has expanded his personality into divinity. Knowing fully well, sunlight is always there, but you have to remove the clouds so that sunlight can come out, can express itself. See? So in your life, is your personality become better and better? Is it becoming more fulfilled? Are you more content with where you are? Are you a positive force in everyone's life that you come across? Or are you still a creepy crawly? I want your help, I want his help, I want government's help, I want yeah? Again and again. What is your astitva? Astitva, how do you say? Astitva क्या बोलते हैं? What is your existence? Thank you. What is your existence? Is it based on other people or is it self-based? See? Simple shift. And everything will shift in your life. And in this way, do not succumb to attachment, do not succumb to greed. Greed, we'll talk about it in a few minutes. And this is the reason you will see a young man, handsome man like Unni, going to get married, I will go and attend his marriage. Huh? But an old man like Rupert Murdoch, getting married to a girl who's 1/3 of his age, and he invites, even if he gives me $1 million, I will not go. What is the reason? He is still attached. He is still seeking fulfillment from outside. And by that age, his mind has got corrupted. For what reason? Destiny has brought him all the wealth, but mind is corrupted completely. It cannot be a healthy mind. Now, what is the shield of dispassion? So this is, we are talking about just now. Isha bhajano sarathi sujana birati charma santosha kripana. Birati charma. Dispassion is the shield. Birati or virati is the dispassion, and charma means the shield. And so therefore, we must ask ourselves, how did we develop passion and attachment to the things, and how did we develop? By thinking about them, isn't it? Simple answer. And if thinking about a particular thing, person, object has brought about this attachment, identification, and eventually desire, and it can take you into the wrong direction, from beginning itself, have dispassion. Stop giving it value. The word for this is duragraha. Duragraha means, no, not duragraha. Duragraha is insistence. What is the word? Viparita bhavana. Viparita bhavana is the word. Viparit means opposite. Start thinking, oh, this camera is fantastic. Viparit bhavana. Yeah, it is fantastic, but there are other fantastic ones too. And it is not mine anyway. So, till it is there, it is there. When it is not there, it is not there. My life has not become better or worse because of this camera. Value to the camera has become zero. See? When this type of attitude is there or developed, that's when you take sannyas. You take renunciation. No value to anything in the world. You're ready to drop wherever. Taking lecture, Hari Om, gone. One Mahatma is there, Swami Sukhdevji Maharaj. He was, if you go to Rishikesh, Gita Ashram is there. And in Gita Ashram, for many years, on the banks of the Ganges, he used to give, every evening, the satsang will be there for 45 minutes. And he developed throat cancer. Even if he had throat cancer, he continued giving lecture. And while giving lecture, he dropped his body. Swami Chinmayananji, my teacher's teacher, he also, when he came last time to Sydney, his heart was functioning only 18%. Wherever he was going, he was on a wheelchair and an oxygen cylinder next to him and on. He came to the stage, he came from behind, he said, okay. And he went and sat down they pushed the chair and they put in the middle of the hall, on the dais. They opened he started 1.5 lecture, you can't know that he has got a dysfunctional heart and heart diabetes and many things are going wrong inside of him. And the moment he said, Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate, the slowly, the curtain came closed, and the moment it closed, he was gasping for breath like anything. And then they asked, Swamiji, Arey, for 1.5 hours you did not even think about oxygen. How come suddenly at the end? He says, for that 1.5 hours I was not talking. The Lord was talking. See? The moment identification comes back, gone. So, practice this dispassion as you move through life. Anything that you feel you cannot live without, that it is indispensable, start declining its value in your mind and heart. It will be helpful as you grow. Otherwise, it will become a disease. So therefore, to think that happiness can be found in the objects of the outside world is only a mental projection. Stop that mental projection. Cut the cord the moment it starts. And this can be removed only through dispassion, by giving zero value, by seeing how this camera is not the ultimate thing, or this person is not the ultimate thing, or this job is not the ultimate thing, or this education is not the ultimate thing. Otherwise, we become so proud of our education, about I am the husband and wife and children should listen to me. Change. Be humble. And that is only possible when you give zero value to it. Then the last is Santosha Kripana. The next one is the sword of contentment. What is this sword of contentment? Mahatma Gandhi said that there is, in the world, there is enough to fulfill everyone, but there is not enough to fulfill the greed of everyone. Why stop everyone? There is not enough in the world to fulfill the greed of even one person. The only antidote for this greed is contentment. That we must feel that I have everything that is required. Everything else is a bonus that comes into my life. The people that come into my life are a bonus. How can I serve them? How can I enrich their lives by my presence? Not the other way around. How can I use them? Yesterday I gave you the example. Not like that. In Puranas, one of the story comes, Brahmaji was distributing wealth to everyone, and all the beings from different planes of spheres of existence, they came one by one. Someone came with this pot, another came with a bullock cart, another came with a big pot, everyone. In the end, a human being went. And he took a small pot like this, about that size. And he was the last one. After all the gods and Gandharvas, everyone has gone. He came. Brahmaji poured the wealth and it's vanishing. There's no end to it. After some time, Brahmaji got such a small pot and it's not emptying. It's not filling up. He says, what is this? He said, no, you promised, fill. Brahmaji became angry. Hey, batata hai ke nahi batata? Kya hai ye? He took there was a human brain inside who wants, never wants to stop. The only way the human mind can get fulfilled is when it feels content. And that contentment is not from the objects of the world. That contentment will be graced to you by remembering the divine. That's the only way. You look, but this you have to remember at the right time. You look in the world, who is more happy? Those who are rich are happy or those who are poor are happy? According to the surveys, Ethiopians are more happy. Indians, those who are poor are more happy. Rich people, they are worried all the time. What will happen if my Mercedes is parked outside? I hope nobody has crashed it. Mazda doesn't, Maruti, it doesn't matter, scratch. Huh? We build the big houses, super alarms, isn't it? We get best of clothes, and then everything has to be prim and proper. And if little bit, by mistake, someone drops something on it, we create a huge hue and cry, and make that waiter lose his job. Right? But a common man, he will help that waiter. Hey, it's okay, don't worry about it. It happens. We have all experienced that. So, so contentment, and this contentment only comes through santosha. Santosha is contentment, where whatever we have is enough for us. Nothing more can make us complete, nothing that can be taken out of us can make us incomplete. Come to this conclusion in your life about yourself, that I am all that there is. This is the situation I am in. I am content with it. Why have I got into this situation called sannyasi? No job, no money, have to ask people for food. Serious. Had to keep, not nowadays, when I was brahmachari. Brahmachari is a stage where you can still get married. And lot of girls used to eye me. They used to. Now, in ashram, when we were studying, 3 couples, they came there to study scriptures, but instead they found partner and they went away. So they come looking for, because they know these fellows are good ones, and the fellows also know that good girls will come here. Because outside, why take chances? Come to a monastery, find a girl or a boy and get married. See? In every batch, 1 or 2 couples go out. But you have to remain dhrud, content that I am as I am. I don't need anything to complete. My journey is what Lord had decided for me, and I'm moving in that direction. Because if as a sannyasi I start running after money, I start running after property, I start running, always people come with their issues, and I have a bigger issue. I'm not married, Then what is my, who am I then? Huh? I have to be content with who I am. Then then the doors will start opening, because mind is not busy thinking of imaginary situations. Then mind is not busy thinking of what could have been. See? So whatever has happened has happened. Now I am in this situation. I am in Hobart. Yesterday someone said, Swamiji, if the lecture was in the morning, then you could have attended the funeral. I said, but it didn't happen, no? We missed you. I said, okay, it's okay, I'm here now. Story over. Accept the circumstances that you find yourself in. First step is to accept the circumstances. If you keep complaining, why this is happening to me, then you are blocking all the doors from opening. Because you have gone into self-pity. It's a simple thing, but someone has to remind us always. Here, Vibhishan Gita is reminding us. So, here, yesterday also I told you that scriptures do not tell us not to produce wealth. Produce wealth. There is one person, he's got in Melbourne 3 or 4 or 5 7-Elevens. Become a millionaire. Swamiji, what do I do next? I'm enough, I don't want to do anything else. I'm thinking of selling 1 or 2, I'm downsizing because I got enough, and I got few properties now, and I have made it. Young family, husband, wife, and 1 daughter who runs 1 7-Eleven herself. She's still studying architecture. I said, don't sell. Then what do I do? I said, you got a knack to make money. Keep making money. Or employ managers who can make money for you. And you just supervise. Then, and rest of the money you do some good back in India or in the in the society of Melbourne for other people. Because very few people have the knack of making it. Not everyone can make it. So you know you are content. You know you don't need anything more. But you have a knack that anything you touch starts multiplying. Then utilize it for the benefit of others. So scriptures do not say you have to be a beggar in life. You have to produce. But whatever you produce, don't use it for yourself. Utilize it for benefit of others. Don't satisfy your desires. If you satisfy your desires, it will turn into greed. Greed will lead you to delusion. Delusion will lead you to, it will lead to anger when your greed is not satisfied. Anger will lead to delusion. Delusion will lead to lack of discrimination. Lack of discrimination lead to fall of man. Okay? That is in second chapter of Bhagavad Gita it comes. Today only we read it. So don't utilize the wealth that you have produced for your satisfaction, for satisfying your own desires. Satisfy the needs of other people, not desires of other people, needs of other people. And see the fulfillment that you will get in life. Otherwise, one house, 10 houses, I said, what are you going to do with the 10 houses that you have in Melbourne? What are you going to do with 5 petrol stations that you have? No, Swamiji, I also don't know, that's why I come to you. I was going to write it, what do you call? Make a will. I give it to Swamiji. I'll make a better use. No, but we have to empower them. See, people have these type of doubts. So if I say, no, I make a will, I will put 1 petrol station for building Swamiji's ashram. Will he respect me after that? For some days he may. But all I had to tell was, now he's gone to India right now. And we have a project in northeast of India. So there is in Arunachal Pradesh. One young boy started a school. And today that school has gone up to year 8. So he has gone to see that project. And if that requires some money, he will give the money there. He doesn't want to just give the money. He wants to check where your money is going. That's fair enough. So he flew away on the 4th of June to check that out. So he's ready. He's not, it was not just lip service to look good in front of Swamiji or to make Swamiji feel good that I have the money, that I am surrendered and I am humble, I want to use it. No, he's taking action. He is gone now. Within 3 weeks he took that decision and he went. You know Nagi? Yeah. Nagi uncle came. So he's gone. And he will start directing all the money there. If he has, whatever he wants to. So contentment. All we need is a cloth to wear. Which cloth? Loin cloth to wear. And even birds and animals get enough from the nature. See? They also get enough. Every one of them survives in this creation. We will also survive. Stop hoarding and collecting. We normally say, now, I wish I had another car. I wish I had a BMW or a Mercedes. I wish I had another property. I wish I had another business. I wish I had the boss suit. We are greedy for all these things. But have I ever heard from anyone, Swamiji, today I took only 1 mala of Hare Krishna. I wanted to do 2. I am greedy for taking more name of the Lord. Do I hear that from anyone? We are greedy to collect everything that we can never possess. And we are never greedy enough to possess that which is dearest to us, the divine. Nobody says, I'm not coming to the dinner tonight because I have to finish my meditation. I'm not coming to the program or for a social gathering. Why? Because no, I have to do my 1 hour of taking the name of the Lord, and after that I have to sit in meditation for half an hour. Nobody says that. Maybe someone is practicing, I'm not saying no, but nobody has come till now to me to say that. No, there. Swamiji, today I can't come to the class. What happened? No, oh, my cousin has come over. I said, bring them over. No. And I said, Swamiji, SMS. Now there is no calling also. I'm not coming today because we have been invited for dinner. I said, so my answer is, that's not a problem. Please bring a takeaway for me also. Story over. My dinner is taken care of. Anyway, so continuing, we come to the acts of generosity. And here the verse said, Dana parasu buddhi sakti prachanda. Dana parasu. So parasu is the acts of generosity. So let charity be that acts which breaks away the greed, that cuts through the feeling that I need more and more and more and more. Be generous in life. See how naturally it flows into the next point, that don't be a hoarder. Share. Be a giver in life, never be a taker. Once there were bills, they were having a discussion. Who is more important? The $100 bill said, man, I am the most important. I roam around only in the race course and casinos. I don't get out of those places. $50 bill said, yeah man, very rarely I go to those places, but most of the times I am in restaurants, hotels, etc. Everyone is complaining, they are not happy. He says, I can't see anything except gamblers, I can't see the rest of the world. The $50 note says, I see only the hotels and restaurants. Very rarely I come to see the race course and the casino. Then $20 bill says, and your problems are nothing. I only am in the tills of the supermarkets. I don't get out of those places. And I am always in competition with the $1 coin. People always want $1. Nobody wants $20 note. So then the turn of the $1 coin came. He says, me, I've got a very miserable existence. They only put me in the charity box. They only put me in the charity box. I don't see the rest of the world, only the box of the church or at the temple. And I remain locked in, I don't know, till they empty it. So I'm not saying that you can give charity to the temples and other places. One must. Not with the expectation that how they are using it. You feel good, you want to contribute, you have a spare, put it there. Or find your own avenues where you can utilize that wealth. Wealth is not just cash. Wealth is, if you know music, share it with others. If you know science, teach others. If you know English, teach the migrants. I know one or two ladies in Melbourne, and all these migrants, the Muslim migrants, the Sri Lankan migrants, they are coming and they are just teaching them in their own free time. If they get some remuneration from the government, good. Otherwise, that gives them fulfillment. Otherwise, what are they doing at home? Nothing. Again, the same. If they are at home, it's a bigger problem. Husband wants a proper breakfast, husband wants a proper lunch, and when he comes back, he wants a 4-course dinner. So they go and make themselves busy. So be a giver, don't be a taker in life. These are very simple points which we may have heard them many times before, but you put them into practice and you will see a metamorphical change within your personality. The feeling of goodness, the feeling of self-worth will increase exponentially. Will increase exponentially. Try. For us, what we say that we need more and more for ourselves. What have you created for yourself? Tell me. Lord has given you the sun who never asked for any tax. Lord has created the air, fire, water, earth for you to use. They don't ask you any tax. The trees give you enough fruits. They don't ask you any tax. They don't even ask you, please. Sometimes, if you remember, put some water on my roots. They don't even ask you that. But every year, they give you the mangoes. In your garden, every year the fruits come, whether you like it or not, whether you take care of them or not. And here, this human being has become such a caricature that he wants everything, he puts a price to it. Change. Drop all this type of thinking. The acts of generosity. Then comes, so just like the nature is so abundantly giving, abundantly, never holding back anything, that much we must abundantly give to not just the near and dears. My children, I will give everything, but the others, no. My relatives, my cousins, I will give everything, but to others, no. No. Expand your vision. Take the whole world to be your family. If giving to one person is giving you joy, try giving to everyone. Then you will see you will be bouncing out of your skin. The missile of understanding. That was what? Dana parasu buddhi sakti prachanda. Buddhi is intellect, sakti is the shakti, prachanda very powerful. Prachanda is the missile. And what is this? Excuse me. The desires, the passions, the greed, anger, jealousy, etc., where do they express? In our mind, isn't it? But there are even other, once you have cleared them, you will find that there are something called samskaras or vasanas, which are lurking deep in your subconscious mind. And they catch you unawares. They also need to be destroyed, and for that we read the missile of understanding. And these memories of the past, the commissions and omissions, that I should have done that, I should not have done that to someone, and all these things, all this entire gamut of impressions which is there lurking within our subconscious mind, it can be destroyed only by one way. You cannot, like anger, I can deal with it to some extent, greed, I can work on it, attachment, I can work on it, but that which you don't know what is lurking within your bosom, in your subconscious, how do you know what is lurking there? But I know things keep popping up. So how can I remove all that which is lurking in there? That can be removed only through self-realization. So the missile of understanding is, understand that you are not this individual self, you are the divine self. The moment you come to realize the truth about yourself, everything that is associated with ignorance, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, anger, greed, jealousy, envy, hypocrisy and arrogance, laziness, dynamism, the subconscious impressions, vasanas, all this is a product of ignorance. Ignorance cannot be removed by thinking about ignorance. You cannot. You cannot remove even anger, you cannot remove by thinking about anger. If you think about anger, anger will increase. So how do you remove these subconscious impressions? By recognizing who you are. The moment you recognize who you are by thinking about the divine, the ignorance will stop having its impact on you. The moment ignorance stops having impact, all its children, what I just named, all of them will become impotent. They will still be there, but they will not be able to make an impact on you. Means they will not be able to create an impression on your mind. You will not be, even if they are expressing, for some time it will express, but there is no identification then possible. This is the missile of understanding. Then, next one. Barabe jnana kathina ko danda. Then the next one is the bow of self-knowledge. And as I said, this ignorance is the root cause, and this ignorance, again, the same point is being told again, that this ignorance can be removed only by realizing. In the initial stage, previous stage, the missile of understanding is at the level of intellect, and that intellect, instead of thinking about this anatma vastu, not self, is thinking about the self. But this bow of self-knowledge is now abiding in the self that I am, and as a result, the ignorance gets removed once and for all. All the negative tendencies, all the anxieties, all the fears, all the guilts, they are removed in toto once I come to abide in myself. All of them are removed in toto in your life every day. You know when? All the guilts, all the anxieties, all the fears, all the angers, all the jealousies, everything becomes zero. When? When you go to sleep, isn't it? Self-realization is conscious sleep. So make your mind go to sleep, but remain conscious of it. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Is that easy, is it? It is. If you try, nothing is impossible. Take one small step every day. Don't try to finish the whole story in one go. You will never go back to it again. If I try to cover this whole topic in one day, one lecture, I will sleep, you will sleep after some time. Isn't it? So we stretch it out every day, little bit. Just like her sister, she is studying, every day she has put a goal for herself, that much I have to study. So every day you set for goal for yourself, that I must meditate, I must come to this stage, I must become more content, I must become more peaceful, I must be more giving. And every time before going to sleep you assess, have I done that? If not, okay, tomorrow double I have to do. Make a deeper commitment. It is possible. So this bow of self-knowledge, that all these negativities, guilts, fears, and anxieties, they can be removed in toto by realization of the self. Then comes the quiver. The quiver is amala achala manatrona samana. And then samajama niyama sili mukhanana. So here, what is this quiver? It is the peaceful, calm mind. And what is there in the quiver? The arrows. What are these arrows? There are 10 of them. They are the yama and niyama. And what are the yama niyama? I'll first give you general idea and then I'll go into specific. Yama is these two stages. These two are the first two steps of Ashtanga Yoga. Those who do yoga, first is yama, second is niyama, third is asana, fourth is pranayam, fifth is pratyahar, sixth is dharana, then dhyan, and then samadhi. 8 steps. First is yama niyama. Lot of people go straight away to do asana, or straight away want to do pranayam, or straight away, Swamiji, I want to go into samadhi, I will not leave you till you go to samadhi. मैं बेवकूफ़ हूँ क्या? I am mad? You have to practice first step. Can you? I want to be born straight away as a teenager. I don't want to waste time studying in school and all that. Is it possible? It is not possible. So, step by step. First step, yama. Yama is living such a lifestyle that you do not get disturbed by the world, nor do you disturb the world by your thought, word and deed, nor be disturbed by anyone else's thought, word and deed. You become insult proof with regards to the world, and you also do not by your thought, word and deed disturb anyone in the outside world. Till this step is not done, your asana siddhi will never happen. It is not possible. So what is this yama? Yama is the five values, noble values are there in this yama, and they are the first one is ahimsa, non-injury. Second is satya, that is truthfulness. Then third is brahmacharya, which is celibacy. That means controlling your energies and not unnecessarily leaking them. And then non-stealing, asteya. And then the last one is not aparigraha, which is not holding to things for yourself. 5 qualities. When you do these, automatically you will not be a source of problem to other people. And the capacity not to be disturbed by the thought, word and deed of other people, that capacity will get developed within you by practicing these 5 qualities. When these 5 qualities are practiced in your life consciously, you come to the next level, and that is niyama. Niyama is practiced not in the outside world. Niyama is practiced in your own daily life, within yourself. And the 5 qualities for that are, now here what happens in niyama? You don't become a problem to yourself. First, it was you were not becoming a problem to the outside world, nor allowing the world to become a problem to you. That has been taken care of. Next step is you do not become a problem to yourself. Example, that you want to get up in the morning and you don't get up. 2 more minutes, 5 more minutes. Isn't it? You know tomorrow morning you have to go somewhere, and then till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock you are watching TV. Habit. So our habits become a problem for ourselves, isn't it? So what are the 5 qualities that you need to cultivate in niyama? They are austerity, study of scriptures, purity of mind, contentment and worship to God. This is in your own self. And the more so these are the quiver, these are the arrows in the quiver of Lord Sri Ram. Now we come to the armor. Armor is Kavacha Abhed Bipra Gura Puja. Kavacha Abhed. That armor which Ravana was wearing, which was sufficiently protecting the navel behind which he had the pot of nectar, which made him invincible. Ramchandraji found a way to pierce that also, isn't it? But for others, he was invincible. But what is that invincible armor? He says, Vipra Guru Puja. Respect and reverence to the gurus, to the masters, and serving them. So here he says what? Vipra Guru Puja. Reverence for the Guru and for the learned people who know the scriptures, who practice, who are devotees of the Lord. There are many impostors also. no doubt. Many are there. But how do you know? You have a clear conscience that Lord is sending you the right person so that you can move ahead in your journey. That's why He is sending you different people in your life. He is not sending you people, time pass karte hain. Yes, He is doing time pass on one hand. But you are getting people in your life only so that you can learn something good, or it may not be necessary. Suppose someone comes and insults you and goes away. Why did I need that? What did I do to him? I did not trouble him. I don't even know him. Why did he behave like this? Why did he abuse me in the car park? Isn't it? It happens. That is the moment. Have you reacted? Have you succumbed to the situation, or have you remained undisturbed? Watch yourself at that time. So that strength comes from Guru Puja. So that missile of negativity from that other person, did it pierce your armor of calmness? See? Sometimes initially we are able to hold on, but if he goes on and on and on and on, and he brings the car next to you on the red light and again continues, then you lose it. Isn't it? Wendy loses it every time. So how long can we hold on? No, we must hold on forever. To this extent, when that Angulimal, Angulimal in Buddha's story, he was the king had killed his wife and her son for some reason, and or punished him and thrown him out of the kingdom for something that he had not done. And he says, this is the way king treats me, I will show him. And he says, from now on I will become a robber, I will become a killer. And he was the most feared dacoit on the highway. And his goal was, I must make a rosary of 108 fingers, thumbs. So he has killed so many people, only one is left. 107 he has killed. And the 108th one is Buddha. And Buddha is coming and he hears, hey, Buddha is coming, I got my 108th person. And he goes, picks up his axe and is about to hit him from behind. And the hand does not come down from that moment onwards. It's stuck there. And he says, hand is not coming down. In that moment, transformation takes place. He realizes that the person who's standing in front of me is not an ordinary person. And falls down at his feet and becomes one of his great devotees. Angulimal. Read the YouTube, English subtitle, watch the movie. Beautiful movie. So here he says, Sri Ram is saying that Kavacha Abheda Vipra Guru Puja. So reverence and service to the gurus, to the learned people is the armor. Their blessings. It is not their service. If you serve someone, the blessings that you get from them, that is the armor. If I remember the Lord again and again in my mind, as you think, the rule is, as you think, so you become. Isn't it? See, if I am thinking that I am a murderer, I will become a murderer. If I think I am jealous, I will become jealous. If I think I am a angry person, I will become angry person. If my mind is continuously thinking about Ram, then all the qualities of Ram will start expressing through me. Not in their entirety, but somewhere it will start. But if I have attraction towards Shiva and I say Om Namah Shivaya, mind is intoxicated or thinking continuously of Om Namah Shivaya, his qualities will start expressing through me. So if in my mind the reverence is for the scriptures and for the teacher, then those type of qualities start expressing through me. What is given in the scriptures, that starts expressing through me. Naturally, without any effort, we are able to remember the salient teachings of the scriptures. We don't have to remember everything. Some of you are studying one verse of Bhagavad Gita every day. Why you are doing it? So how many years ago I told? What's your Devika, na? Your Gopika. Devika, which chapter she is on now? I think 14 or 15.
She
Finished, see? In 3 years she finished the entire Bhagavad Gita study. All she did was one verse every day. But in 3 years, no? About 3 years, I think. And she was so excited, not last trip, but last to last. She said, Swamiji, I have to give you good news. I never asked her. And she came, I said, what? I'm on 14th chapter. You know how she speaks? I'm on 14th chapter, you know. I said, which 14th chapter? James Hadley Chase or Harry Potter? Swamiji, Bhagavad Gita. But when she told me, you can't imagine the joy that I felt. That she has taken the onus and she has become committed to that. And she was giving her I think it was before year 12 exam that she started. So that time she started. She said, no, I need one verse every day. I will read it in one go. You may not understand everything, but at least it's important. Next time she reads again, it will be at a much deeper level. Third time she reads, it will be even deeper. But you have to begin. See? So here our Ramchandraji says that Kavacha Abheda Vipra Guru Puja Ehi Sama Vijaya Upayana Duja, that there is no other way other than following this, the chariot of righteousness. And all can accomplish this goal. Not only me, because I am Ram. But remember, he is not showing that he is a god on earth. He considers him, he doesn't even invoke any divine missiles ever. Everything he is doing as a human being. So here he says, Sakha dharma maya asartha jake jeetana kahana katahu riputanke. In the concluding that, he says that this verse was what? Sakha dharma maya asaratha jake jeetana kahana katahu riputake. And then the doha is there. Maha ajaya sansara ripu jeeti sakai so veera जाके असरत होई दृढ़ सुनहु सखा मति धीर सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. So anyone who follows and cultivates these builds this chariot of righteousness, first thing is no enemy can defeat him. Second is you have become such a wonderful person that you have just by being who you are, you have won all the enemies. No enemy will even think of fighting with you, because the moment they put their eyes upon you, they will fall in love with you. Because all these qualities will make you into a divine person, into a good person. And in this way, you have already won the battle. And 3 days ago, yesterday or day before yesterday, I told you, this was the challenge of Buddha Bhagavan. He didn't want to become the emperor of a kingdom. He wanted to become the emperor of the hearts. And if you read his life, or every Sunday his picture comes nowadays, and you must see it. Beautiful. So it started last year September, every Sunday. Not like Mahabharata, it's Monday to Saturday. This is only Sunday to Sunday, 40 minutes every Sunday. And so if you watch, you will see this, everything that we have studied here, he is in that, he is showing, he is cultivating it. Buddha is cultivating it. He doesn't, it's not that he cannot fight. He can fight. He is the best warrior. But he chooses not to kill. It's not that I cannot be corrupt. I can be. But I choose not to be corrupt. It's not that I cannot use the worst foul language that you can ever imagine. I can. But I choose not to use it. It's not that I cannot steal. I can. But I choose not to steal. Why? Because my commitment is to the truth, not to stealing. My commitment is to ahimsa, non-violence. My commitment is to give, not to take. So decide what are your commitments in life. Even at a small level, begin today. Make a big difference in your life. So now our the Lord says that person alone can be considered a great hero who is able to conquer the enemy. What is our enemy? Our enemy is this world. Our enemy is this sansar. This sansar which is continuously fluctuating. It's continuously changing. And this is the enemy that we have to... No, how can you call world as... Then who else will you call? Who else is the enemy? Why are you sitting here? What is the problem that brought you here? What is the aspiration that brought you here? It is something from this world only. Someone doesn't have a job, someone doesn't have a partner, someone doesn't have a child, someone doesn't, doesn't have a car, someone doesn't... We only have problems, isn't it, in this world? That's what makes us disturbed. And that's what, for that we are seeking solutions. So here he says that if we develop this chariot of righteousness, and what is this samsar? This samsar is which is very difficult to conquer by a common person. Very difficult to conquer because we don't even know that we are living in ignorance. Majority of the people think this is real. Only when we shift our attention towards the divine, then slowly the clouds of ignorance start sifting away and we see the light. We get showered by the light of divinity. Oh, one glimpse and our life changes. That now I must seek that light forever. It's not enough to run after the world. See? So, when he says, Jake asarata hoi dridha sunahu sukha mati dhir. Ramchandraji is telling Vibhishan, oh my dear friend, mati dhir, make your intellect to understand that this sansar, this world can never be won over. The more you collect, there is even more waiting to be collected. The more you think that this world is giving you satisfaction, the more you are falling into the whirlpool of dissatisfaction. Recognize this and to find out whether his friend has understood the message that he has given or not. So our Lord says few more verses, because before this war began, when Vibhishan left his brother and went to Lord Ram, he says, now I have come to your feet, I want to fight from your side, I am on your side. And there and then, without thinking twice, Ramchandraji did his, made him the king of Lanka. Ravana is still the king. War has not even started, they have not even gone to Lanka. Here on this side, he anoints him to be the king. So another way is, why this message is being told, that I have anointed you the king of Lanka. I will, with this chariot of righteousness, be able to kill your brother who is unrighteous. But that does not mean you follow his footsteps. You have to ride on this chariot of righteousness. I want you to be a righteous king, with exemplifying these qualities, so that you become the lover of your subjects, not one who is doing atrocities on your subjects. So to remind him, he says all this. Suni Prabhu Bachana Bibhishan. Oh, not like this. Suni Prabhu Bachana Bibhishana Harashi Gahe Pad Kanja Ehi Mis Mohi Upadese Hu Ram Krupa Sukha Punja Siyav Ramachandra Ki Jai. So the Lord, Suni Prabhu Bachana Bhivishana Harishi Gahe Padakanj. The moment he heard these words of Lord Ram, he immediately again fell at the feet, Padakanj, at his feet. Totally, what you call, गदगद हो गया. गदगद को क्या बोलेंगे कि नहीं गदगद he felt not disturbed. He felt full of ecstatic joy that the Lord has imparted such a beautiful teaching to him. Not only calmed his mind by showing that he is on a better chariot than Ravana, but also at the same time given him the teaching for the future of how he must conduct himself. Just like when I went to my teacher and I told him, when he said that Anubhavanji, and I told him, he interviewed me and all, and he said, okay, you can come now. So I said, nahi Swamiji, I have to go back and then sort everything in Australia and then come. Tell me, what should I do to prepare myself before coming to the ashram? He says, go enjoy yourself the next 3 months. Do whatever you have to do. Basically, we have to prepare for my sister's marriage. He says, go do whatever you have to do. Come to the ashram with an empty mind, study for 2 years, and after studying, go away with an empty mind. When I think about it, tears come to my eyes. Another time, he was in Coffs Harbour when I'm talking about this ecstatic feeling, you know. He was in Coffs Harbour. I had been with him for his operation, and at that time I was with some organization, and something happened and we separated. I went my way, and I told him, Swamiji, I got a news that I am not with the organization anymore. First time after operation, he's walking, hernia operation, he's learning to walk, he's in pain, his hand is on my shoulder. He stopped immediately, and in that painful, now don't get attached to me. Seek the Lord within. All answers are inside of you. Don't get attached to me or anyone else in this from hereafter. Just to think of that one statement, it just sends a thrill. That how compassionate that teacher is. Otherwise, everyone is out. Acha, free hai, make him into my chela. He will serve me for the rest of my life. Because emotionally you are at that vulnerable at that moment. And such people, they get used also. But he did not. So here, Ramchandraji has also not trapped him into an emotional game, but instead freed him, given him the tools. So you be a tool in the life of others to free them, so that they become masters in their own right and they free others. Be a kingmaker. Don't become a king. Buddha was kingmaker. Shankaracharya was kingmaker. Ramanujacharya was kingmaker. All Mahatmas are kingmakers. They want nothing for themselves. Ehi mis mohi upadesehu Ram kripa sukha punja. And in this way, you have given me the instructions for the guidance for my life. O Rama, you are the embodiment of compassion and happiness. And this Vibhishan Gita becomes the basis of righteous living. Develop these qualities and you will not go wrong in your life. It's not just for today, it's not just for tomorrow, it's for your throughout entire life. Every month, okay, you practice all the qualities. Today, I will develop one wheel. Next month, I will develop the second wheel. Third month I'll develop the first horse. Fourth month, second horse. Try to create a plan for yourself and implement it. You will find before 6 months are over, all the points that you are practicing, even one, all others will automatically start getting cultivated. Try. Have the courage. So with this, this is the teaching of Lord Sri Ram to our King Vibhishana, who was the youngest brother of Ravana. And in this way, he is not only taught Vibhishana, but also through him he has taught all of us the righteous way of living. Just like Krishna told Gita to Arjuna, but through Arjuna he taught all of us of how to, what should be our take with regards to the life. And same is here. I'll just read these verses once and then we will conclude. Where are we? रावणुरथि बिरथ रघुबीरा देखि विभीषण भय अधीरा अधिक प्रीति मन भा संदेहा बंदी चरण कह सहित सनेहा नाथ नरथ नहीं तन पद त्राणा केहि विधि जीतब बीर बलवाना सुनहु सखा कह कृपा निधाना जय जय होई सो स्यंदन आना सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। सौरज धीरज तेहि रथ चाका सत्यशील दृढ़ ध्वजा पताका बल विवेक दम परहित घोरे क्षमा कृपा समतार जुजोरे ईस भजनु सारथी सुजाना बिरति चर्म संतोष कृपाना दान पर सुबुधिप शक्ति प्रचंडा बर विज्ञान कठिन को दंडा। अमल अचल मन त्रोण समाना समजम नियम सीली मुख नाना कवच अभेद विप्र गुर पूजा एहि सम विजय उपायन दूजा। बोलो सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। सखा धर्ममय असरथ जाके जीतन कहन कतहु रिपुताके महा अजय संसार रिपु जीति सकै सो वीर जाके असरत होई दृढ़ सुनहु सुखामति धीर। सुनि प्रभु बचन विभीषण हर्षि गए पद कंज एहि में समोहि उपदेसेहु राम कृपा सुख पुंज सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। ओम पूर्णमदा पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। I'll give